And welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim. This is Mr. Joseph, and we just finished Bleak Falls Barrow. And so I'm now coming out of this cave thing, and I'm walking down towards the lake here, which is connected to River Run on the other edge of this lake. It's a beautiful, clear-looking, pristine lake. You know, it looks like something you might see in a fjord in Norway or something. The nice thing about this game is it's kind of you know, what do you want to call it? It's very much based on Scandinavia in the real world. Okay, so we're getting down close to this lake. Theoretically, my squire is following me here. Not a lot of excitement here, really. Just out in the woods. I'm actually surprised there aren't more wild animals that I'm encountering in this area. You know, you'd think it'd be teeming with wildlife. And frankly, looking at these trees, I'm a little bit... well, speaking of wildlife, here we go. I'm a little bit surprised as well because, you know, there's all these big trees, like the one right there to the left of where I am. And there are very few small trees or saplings. I had to heal up there just to make sure I didn't die, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and harvest these pelts. Now, again, at this point in the game, I have not yet installed the hunting mods that I'd ultimately like to install. Which will give me a little bit more immersive hunting immersion. But right now, I'm just using basic... you know, the basic game to hunt there and get those pelts. Those pelts will be useful. I'll turn them into leather, and they'll be I can make them into armor or a tent or something else. So anyway, that's where we're at with that. Swimming across. Okay, so now here's something that I haven't really dealt with yet in this game. With realistic needs and diseases and frostfall, I'm not sure which one. The game tells me now that I'm wet, and the fact that I'm wearing a bunch of clothes, I'm just jumped right in that lake, and it's probably a pretty cold lake because we're in the north. Ooh, this looks interesting. Interesting swords. They, you know, they're not really good, and I don't know if they need to be patched with.
I was a little busy
Skyrim
fending off
Redone
a
or whatever, but
did you need something?
I'm gonna have him carry some stuff. But anyway, the fact that I'm wet now,
Right,
is gonna cause problems.
That's what you said.
It's gonna make
right?
me cold.
You wanted to
it's
trade?
going to, you know, I'm gonna be wet and cold, which already affects my carry weight because of my coldness. So I'm gonna give my guy a few things. And I just did that backwards just now, so I have to... Alright, let's give him at least one of these, maybe both. Okay, and that's better. Still need to give him some more stuff. Give him some of this firewood, I guess. A good pack mule would, of course, already be carrying the firewood.
Your wish is my command.
He's a pretty compliant squire overall. Anyway, let's go up here.
To the townsfolk as if they were true.
Here's the
seeing as they
standing stones, or whatever they're called, guardian stones. And we're gonna head down this path here. And this should take us back to River Run, if you remember from earlier. The road that takes us to the guide stones, or whatever they're called, is the same road that leads to River Run. And there you can see on the map. So we're just jogging along in our full equipment, you know, still presumably wet. And now apparently, as I've edited the video to skip ahead a little bit, apparently our condition is no longer able to carry 285 pounds. We're now at 255 pounds. I'm not sure why. I guess I'll check it out on this menu. it looks like I got, okay, very cold, which subtracts a little bit there. So I think it's because I'm very cold, according to the game. Now, one problem I have, one huge problem with Frostfall, is the fact that it doesn't show on the screen when I'm getting really cold. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a campfire and see if I can warm up. So here's where the fire is going to go. How about right there? Let's build that campfire. There we go. That should warm me up nice and thoroughly. So I skipped ahead there, and as you can see, I'm no longer very cold. I'm just very tired, and I have bone break fever. And the meter on the upper right now is full, so that's what we want. And I guess I'm just playing around with some other settings here, but realistically speaking, I'm feeling much better. You know, if I had time here, I'd just give him everything that I didn't need to carry myself. I only need to get rid of 12 pounds, but again, I'm still on him. I don't
Right behind.
Well, of course, I took my tent back, and I don't know if I'm planning on putting up a tent, but it added it to my backpack area there, as you probably just saw. Well, anyway, I'd really like to get back to River Run and just sell off a bunch of stuff and get a potion for this disease. And I'm trying to figure out how to use the tent. That's something I'll need to figure out too. I'm having trouble with using the tent. But oh well. I mean, this tells me things I can make here in the campsite, so that's kind of cool. But I don't really feel like. I mean, I guess okay, I can show you how to make a tanning rack, I guess. But anyway, I'm gonna skip ahead. Leaving the campsite, I'm still over encumbered, and I guess maybe it's that bone break fever that's roaring up here. Now that I'm not cold, that's the only explanation for why I'm still going slow. So I'm just gonna skip ahead here and kind of show you my progress. It took forever to walk back at this rate, but actually, if you look at the walking speed there, it's pretty realistic. It's pretty much what a human would walk at, so it's not like unrealistically slow. It's just annoyingly slow. Anyway, here we are back in Riverwood. And this is going to be the Riverwood Trader, I believe, yeah. Let's see if I can sell some stuff to this guy and lighten my burden.
The sooner you find the claw, You found it! There it is! Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister. Thank you so much for taking care. Some may
obviously
call
we
this
turned in
junk.
the Golden Claw quest.
I call them treasures.
And now we'll go ahead and sell a bunch of stuff to him. I cut most of that out because I don't want you to have to sit there and wait for me to sell all my stuff to him. But
till next time.
I sold enough to get me down under 255.
What can I do for you?
And well, what's going on here? For some reason, he won't let me trade. Now, here are some interesting options.
Right
you can
behind
kind of
We heading
change
out?
his battle behavior and his
Sure thing.
armor
Take
and
whatever
stuff.
you
You
need.
can tell him to dress better. But anyway, I'm going to trade with him. I'm going to grab a few things that I can maybe sell here from him. And skip ahead a little bit there. So as you can see, I'm now carrying 398
behind.
pounds out of 255.
You and
I'm gonna
me.
sell as much as I possibly
The
can
Riverwood
back
Trader
to,
is everything you
Lucan
need.
here, Lucian,
Trinkets,
whatever his name
odds
was.
and ends, that sort of thing.
And you know, it's a pretty time-consuming process. And for the record, he only has 200. Well, he had 221. Now he's got 176 gold. And so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to sell off all my stuff to get my weight back down. But I'm going to skip ahead here, and I've sold off enough stuff to get it down to 169 or 269. And so I think that's pretty good. 260 actually now. So we're making good progress.
We heading out? I've got all your equipment cleaned and ready.
Of course. Just throw everything in the sack. And if you see my shoe brush somewhere in there, let me know.
So I'm giving him a few things back. And that lightens my burdens substantially. This isn't
Right
a very
behind.
long video today, by the way. It's only about 20 minutes. And we're more than halfway done with it. So here we are back in Riverwood. Let's talk to a few more townsfolk. Go ahead and get some water, I guess.
When I fought the Great Warlock, Mandamarco, I used stealth to shatter his phylactery. The battle was over before he knew it begun.
I'm telling you, I heard it, howling. Those werewolf tales
She's
are
telling
true.
me about some sort of werewolf that she heard or something. Anyway, let's go in here.
You lost?
Papa says I'm too friendly with strangers. But you seem alright.
Nothing really to do
Alva
in
and I,
here.
we got a daughter. Little Dorothy. All
My
right then.
father's... Someday, I'm going to forge my own sword.
Well, let's see, speaking of forging our own sword, or her own sword, let me just swing
Okay.
over on
Whatever you need.
here and talk to this blacksmith guy.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything
Okay,
you
so
need
he's
to make
giving me a
one.
quest to make an
Go
iron
ahead.
dagger, and so this is kind of the introduction in the game to crafting. Crafting is, well, it's a common part of a lot of games now, I would say. And you just want to scroll down to Iron Dagger here. There's a lot of options, but and the truth is Iron Dagger is the only one that really makes a lot of sense right now.
That's a decent weapon you've made there.
What can I do for you?
So I'm gonna
Your
turn this
Iron
back
and
in.
steel mode. Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there. Good day.
Okay, so now that we've learned how to craft a weapon out of
I could forge
from
you a war hammer
iron,
that would
now we
crush
can learn
a
how to
giant
sharpen a weapon, which is your basic weapon
like a
improvement
walnut.
skill. It's a smithing skill. And I want to improve the dagger, so now it's a fine iron dagger. Now I have to turn it back into him.
You-
It's very
Aye.
easy, you know, intuitive to figure out.
This looks good. You put time into your blades. They'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack.
Okay, so this is the equivalent
Until next time.
of smithing, but for armor, and for leather, you know, to make leather armor, you'd start out by using the rack, and you'd click on leather. I think you told me to make leather. So many options, by the way. Okay, so now we gotta bring the leather back to him.
Hmm? Ah, good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need.
Okay, so now I can go to the leather rack, or the tanning rack. I think the tanning rack, and make a hide helmet.
Until next time.
Oh no, I guess I have to use this. Or no, that's where I improved my leather, my hide. Here, okay, so use the tanning rack again. Oops. These are my quests, by the way. Accidentally, I think I pushed J. Oh, I think I'm looking up my what I was supposed to be making here. Okay, so whoop, I guess it doesn't have hide as an option. So I guess maybe I should go to this workbench and try. I guess I'm a little confused. Hide boots, but it doesn't give me hide helmet as an option. I don't know what that's about. Well, maybe I failed the quest, or maybe I don't have certain raw ingredients or something, but certainly not letting me make a hide helmet unless it's in miscellaneous here, and I don't see it. Oh well. Well, maybe I'll make a leather satchel kind of a thing. These increase my carrying capacity, which would be really useful right about now. So I'm going to go ahead and make that, and then I'm going to go ahead and equip that here in just a minute. That's actually one of the most useful things I've seen in this game so far. I can make myself another water skin too, for more water carrying. Let's go ahead and equip this. Carry capacity just went up by 50 points. That's pretty awesome. And let's go ahead and go to the inn. The inn's a really well made place. It feels authentic.
Orgnar, are you listening?
And as you recall, my status is tired,
Yes?
so I really could use some sleep.
Get a new badge.
I'm gonna buy
Got
this
any
good
ale
drink.
or mead?
Did you hear me?
Until next time.
Ale's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. Just make sure we get a
Ew.
fresh batch in.
Hello there. How are you today?
You're that visitor.
Well,
being
ask her about
poking
renting a
around.
room here.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Talk to the owner here as well.
We got... Need a room? Talk to Delphine. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Until next time.
Okay. Well, I feel a little bit better. But I really need to fix this bone break fever. That is what is causing me some issues with carrying capacity. So I don't know if I rest it'll go away, or maybe I need to go buy a potion. I can't remember if I bought a potion earlier, but I really could use a potion. So let's jump into this room here. I think this is my room. Let's give this a nice long rest. See if I can get rid of that tired status here. Well, today's video was kind of boring, but, you know, you gotta do this kind of stuff to get on with the game, so thank you for watching, and, you know, we'll see you next time on Let's Play Skyrim. Just remember, Professor Snuggles is watching you.